Today is a dismal time in this nation's history. It's not like we haven't been aware of things that have been leading up to this point. And of course, I'm talking about Charlotte right now. But I'm also talking about the minds and the attitudes of many people all over this nation. And so we had an election, the recent election, built on hate, negativity, toward many different types of people. And whether the gentleman running for election, spouting all that negativity and hate and vitriol, was aware of what he was creating in this nation, who knows? But this is where we are today. As many of you know, I'm a minister. And so I want to speak with that in mind. I'm a minister, I'm a black man, I'm a father, I'm a husband, I'm an uncle, I'm a nephew, I'm a son, I'm a brother. A veteran. And so I'm speaking from having lived with different responsibilities, many responsibilities. And what I'm sharing today is that we can't depend on anyone but ourselves at this moment. There's an old saying that that evil only prevails when good men do nothing. And so that, in my opinion, doesn't just hold for the spectators who are not personally involved, but I'm also speaking to the people who are victims, who are just rolling with the punches, who are just either ignoring the situation because they're not living in a particular city in such turmoil and unrest, or just afraid to speak, or simply feeling that it's the Christian thing to do not to respond to situations such as this. Those are the good people who do nothing, allowing evil to prevail. And so I'm just speaking out today just with a little bit of wisdom from my brothers and sisters all over this nation, is that you need to protect yourself. That whole turning the other cheek thing from Scripture has not been translated properly and has been used as a tool to subjugate folks into acquiescing to mistreatment. Turning the other cheek simply means do not take retribution. It doesn't have anything to do with not protecting yourself. And if you want to be religious about it, we'll say, you are the temple of God. Protect that temple. So, as any of you that have been watching my program, even since Trayvon Martin, I've been suggesting that we get armed legally. And nothing that I've spoken on this program or over all these years have I not applied to my life. I don't speak theory, okay? I speak personal experience. And over the past few years, the things that I have been speaking to are to stop committing any kind of crimes, to stop drinking and doing drugs. We are at war. To get educated and to get armed legally if possible. And I've added recently to get healthy as well. We need to protect ourselves and our family because no one else is going to do it. Okay? And that's just simply all that I'm suggesting. There was a guy on the internet today, on my YouTube, following me around, telling me, that Martin Luther King, you must not like Martin Luther King. And that gentleman just didn't understand even the strategy and tactics of Martin Luther King Jr. Of course, those folks would love us to embrace the tactics of Martin Luther King Jr. because then they can go ahead and attack and kick and hurt and maim without worrying about somebody swinging back on them or confronting them in the same manner they're being confronted. Martin Luther King's strategy was simply, at that time in this nation's history, to be abused, to be beaten, and to make sure that those pictures circulated worldwide so that other nations could see the hypocrisy of this nation. Martin Luther King transcended the civil rights movement to a movement of human rights, to secure the condemnation from other nations all over the world, as we were even embroiled in Vietnam, trying to make a point of bringing peace and democracy to a people of a land, while at the same time persecuting, mistreating American citizens. That was the role of Martin Luther King's strategy of nonviolence. He recognized that there was no other way, and even challenging the American government to step in and protect its citizenry. Well, that just isn't the situation today. Today's situation, we need to begin to protect ourselves, and I'm not talking about offensive violence, but I'm just talking about protecting yourself and protecting your family. Don't expect for the perpetrators of your oppression to come to your aid. It's just not going to happen. And if it does happen, fine, but don't count on it happening. Be ready to take care of, protect yourself. Don't just go out protesting and just accept that your right to free speech is going to be protected. We have seen that. And so even today I was expressing to my family that I'm issuing them pepper spray just to carry, in their purses and on their person. Get your CCW. So in case you get stopped, you don't have that kind of harassment to go through. We need to begin to take care of ourselves, because no one else is going to take care of us. And that's the message. Take care.